The Tartarian Empire fell 200 years ago when there was a great flood in 1802. What the German Nordic Institute did when the world was being repopulated by hundreds of millions of Tartarian orphan children after their families were killed was invent a new language which was artificially created out of the original language which was spoken throughout the Tartarian Empire. There was only one language throughout the whole of the Tartarian era. The Tartarian Empire was a constitutional monarchy, and Alexander the Great being the Tsar, the king, and the supreme ruler of the empire. He did not want people to call him Tsar, but the first one of the equals because they were all brothers and sisters, descendant from one single family, where human life was valued as a sacred creation, highly respected and strongly protected by its constitution and family views. Another important thing in the era was that there was no wars or any sickness or any hospitals. The cities were constructed in such a way that aligned with the cosmic energy fields, thus functioning like a healing energy center, keeping the entire population well. The Tartarians had no Wi-Fi, TV or radio, so they relied on telepathy to communicate with each other, and they had the ability to astral travel, meaning they could come out with their soul and travel to any distance that they needed. The Tartarians relied on electromagnetic waves and frequencies. They mastered 3D printing, being that carbon, silicone, or any other elemental compound of printing. They built their cities placing blocks on top of each other out of computers remotely by electromagnetic 3D printing. They could have built buildings as high as they wanted to. Their buildings were of different size proportion. The Tartarian were master underground constructors. Their tunnels would have electrical trains which made travel faster, easier and safe, because they knew one day there would be a great flood that would wipe out everything on the surface of the ground, because this is what happened to Atlantis, which existed prior to Tartaria. There was a massive flood. So 1802 AD, a 600-meter tsunami wave wiped out the Tartarian Empire. They had 3 ways of teleportation: by wireless portals with marked energy center coordinates and specific Tartarian buildings, and also by Stargate plasma energy fields, which made teleportation travel possible out of the boundaries of Earth's enclosure by EM Taurus field firmament. And also they had technology for short distance teleportation by levitation, which is shown on the artifact, known as the Lady of Elch.